Okay, so today we are going to see how to do project revenue recognition in SAP Business by Design. So I have created a sales order for that. So let's start from the sales order and then we can go to the project, and from the project we can see what are all the items added for the planning purpose and what are all the actual postings done, and then from there we can go to the revenue recognition and see how the system calculates POC based revenue recognition. So first let's go to sales order. Let's run for everything. Our sales order number is 2491, so that's the first one. So let us edit this and go to view all. The total sales order value without taxes 300,000 and with taxes 321,000. Okay, so the service that we are selling to this customer is interior designing. So it's a fixed price project since we are going to do milestone based billing. So 300,000 is here, and then the milestone and invoice schedule is configured in the pricing and invoicing tab. So here the first two are already invoiced. You can see the status. So 20%, 20%. So the next two is yet to be invoiced, 30% and 30%. So 300,000 is the order net value and 120,000 already billed to the customer. The remaining 60% is yet to be billed to the customer. Now let's go to the project. So from the project we can directly go from the sales order itself, because the sales order and the projects are already linked. And these are all the subsequent documents we have created for this particular sales order and project. So first let's go to project. So the CPSO16 is the project ID in SAP Business by Design. Okay, so we have a project, and then under the project we have certain tasks, and so this is a task symbol and this is the milestone symbol. So under each task we have planned some work. So there are different employees. So Amy Fang is the project manager, and then Afia Khan, Anis Basha, Samantali and Lee Ming are the project consultants or the engineers assigned to this project. This is grayed out because the timesheets are already booked for this particular task, and the task is also closed. So you can see what is the planned hour and then what is the actual hours. So here there is a small variation, and then here also there is a small variation. So in total 540 hours is planned and 540 hours is the actual hours booked also. And then this is the milestone, which is linked with the first invoice schedule of the sales order. So this is the invoice invoicing relevant, and it's already completed. Now let's go to the second task. So at second task, uh, 510 hours is planned, but we have booked timesheet only for 306 hours. Again, there are some variations. So here there are more hours than planned, and then these two employees are yet to file the timesheets, and then here there is a less hour as well. So overall, so similarly, we have also planned time in task 3 and task 4 as well for different employees. So overall, if we see in team and staffing tab, 2,200 hours is planned, 846 hours is actual hours, and then there is a remaining hours 1,150. And then also, since there is a variance, you can also see what is the planned versus actual and what is remaining. So you can see a variance here. So 200 hours is planned, only 40 hours is actual is finished. So we must be expecting maybe 160 hours, but the system is showing only 100 hours. It's because the particular task in which we planned is already closed. So the system doesn't take that. So that's where the planned variance comes into picture. So yes. So then going into project overview. So at each employee level, we have already maintained standard cost. So based on that hourly standard cost, so based on that the system calculates the planned cost. So the planned cost for 2,200 hours for various employees, and then of course they are in various, they have various standard cost as well. So the total planned cost is 102,000, and the total planned revenue is 300,000 coming from sales order. Total incurred cost is 38,170, and this is the invoice revenue. So whenever any timesheet is booked, again the incurred cost will go up. Also whenever the invoice is raised, this also will go up. And similarly, if you add more times or reduce times, the planned cost also will change. And whenever there is a change, system will create a new baseline. And then this is the planned work, 2,200 hours. Actually, is 846, and then remaining is 1,150. So we have this clear, right? So now for this project, we have completed 2 tasks and 2 milestones. So let us see how the system is going to give the POC based revenue recognition. So for that, let's go to cost and revenue work center and revenue recognition. So I'm going to create a new revenue recognition run. Our sales order number is 2491, and then I'm going to do a test run. So the system also provides a test run option where you can first simulate the results and then see whether the calculated results are correct. And once you're satisfied with that, you can remove this checkbox and then do the actual run, which is called as updated run. And then company 4,000, um, and then period. Let's do it for this period. So yeah, this period and year is a mandatory field. So according to your financial period, we can configure this, and we can do it for a particular sales organization. So if you have multiple sales organizations, you can do that, or we can do it for the sales orders or for per contract. So now we are going to do it for a particular sales order, which is 2491. Okay. So uh, you don't need to do per sales order wise also. Maybe monthly wise, you can just do it for the whole company or for per sales organization. So even if you are running few hundreds of projects also, within few minutes system will be able to calculate the POC for each project or sales document, and then it can give you the result. So just for the testing purpose, I'm doing it for a particular sales order. Also, this sales order is as per the IFRS new revenue recognition method. So here the system has automatically created a revenue accounting contract, and it has also created a performance obligation in the item level. Okay, now again going back to revenue recognition. So we have the monetary details. So let's do start now. So it will take a moment and then it will calculate the result and then show it here. So we already know what is our planned cost, what is our incurred cost. So I have put that in the Excel sheet. So planned revenue is 300,000, invoice revenue is 40% of this, 120, planned cost, incurred cost. So based on this, the percentage of completion is 37.42, and the planned revenue is, of course, from the based on the POC, the revenue must be 112 to 64, and then the remaining must be from the invoice revenue. The remaining must be the contract liabilities. So let's look at the result. Okay, it's finished. Okay, so you can see the incurred cost 170, planned cost, net value, POC, and then the contract liabilities amount 7735.29, which is same as this, and then total recognized the labor cost, and then total recognized revenue. The system has calculated automatically based on this. Yes, maybe if you are running on Excel sheet, it is easy, but when you have lot of Excel sheets, it's not easy to download and then calculate it, but system does it in few minutes for us. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show. And so if you're happy with this result, so we just close this and then just copy the previous run and then just remove the test run checkbox and then do the actual run, so it will post into the financials. That's all. Thank you so much for watching.